I'm writing a film scene about pollinator gardens, and I want to include background sound because even if there aren't people talking in the garden, it is full of sound. Sometimes media makers call background sound natural sound or nat sound, but they might also use terms like ambient sound or ambience as well. We are going to use the phrase nat sound today. These words mean sounds which you would expect to hear at that location, like background noise or sounds made by weather. Nat sound is included to help the viewer feel like they are experiencing the scene with the characters in a fictional film or the participant in a documentary film. Here are a few examples of nat sound. If it was a sunny day and you were at a swimming pool, you would expect to hear sounds of children laughing and splashing water. Now let's listen to the garden. Do you hear the sounds of the bee moving around the flower? Let's find Miss Kara. She's watching a film about the March on Washington while also learning about nat sound in documentary filmmaking. Hello, scholars. It's so good to see you. I've been viewing the documentary film Detroit's Walk to Freedom to the March on Washington, 60 Years of Civil Rights Legacy. This film was produced by One Detroit for Detroit PBS. While I have been viewing, I've also been listening to all of the extra sounds that were part of the march and which the media maker chose to include in the documentary film. You see, when a media maker is editing a film, they can include the nat or background sound from the scene they recorded, or they can leave it out. Choosing to leave in or take out the background sound can change the mood, which is the tone or feeling of the film. Can you imagine watching a film about a Lake Michigan beach and not hearing the waves when they hit the shore? This is what the film scene looks like without the sound of waves. And this is the same scene with the sound of the waves included. Wow, when the sound is added in, I can really feel the impact of the powerful waves. The 60th Anniversary Walk for Freedom in Detroit was an event which was peaceful, as well as one that called for continued activism in support of the civil rights movement. In order to help the viewer experience this mood of pride and unity, the media maker added sounds from a marching band. We heard the marching band and saw various organizations marching together. We also heard call and response chants.
What do we want? Freedom! When do we want it? Now!
The sounds of the band, as well as the chants, helped give the viewer an idea of what the mood was like on this day. It was peaceful, and it was also a day the marchers wanted Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s vision to be realized. Now it's your turn to think about the natural sound you would include in a scene. If we were at a baseball game, what kinds of sounds would we hear? I'm thinking about the sound or crack of the bat hitting the ball and cheers from a crowd. How about you? These sounds would help create a different and exciting or energetic mood for that scene. Natural or nat sound is important in documentary filmmaking because it adds to the mood and makes the film feel more real. For example, hearing the sounds of birds chirping in a nature documentary can make viewers feel like they are actually in the forest. These sounds help to create a more exciting experience, making the story more believable for the viewer.
Thank you for joining us. If you want more fun ways to practice literacy skills, don't forget to subscribe to the Michigan Learning Channel. And be sure to check the description below for links to activity guides, resources, and more.